Okay, so in this video I'll show you the second fragmentation type. It's called Splinters, and it creates pretty the same Voronoi fragments, but it allows you to stretch them along one axis and provides a couple more properties. So first property is axis, and this is a object local axis, so you can see it setting here local. So when you will rotate, you will see it's also rotating. And so this is the property which allows you to define over which axis you will create your splinters. In this case, I set it to green, so I will use let me set here 30. And here you can see this stretched fragments, which looks like some kind of splinters. And in this example, I'm using pretty low value. In the next example, I will set it to 200, and my axis is also set to green. So here you can see how it looks like with a higher amount of fragments. And in this example, the first example, I used my strength of stretching 0.8, and for this example, I will lower it to 0.5. I'm using the same amount of fragments, so here you can see how it looks like now. Much less. It looks much less than splinter than this example. But again, in some cases, you may need something like this. So for this example, I increased my strength from 0.8 to 95 to create even more stretched splinters. And here you can see how they look like. So this is kind of the average result. This example has strength less than this one, and this one have very stretched splinters. So in this way, using this strength property, you can control how stretched the splinters will be. And in this example, let me turn off. So for this example, I changed my axis to X. So just to show you how it looks like this. Now you can see it created, it stretched all the fragments over its X-axis, this red X-axis. And for this one, I set it to Z, and obviously this won't look like splinters because it will stretch fragments along this axis. Maybe you need to get something like this as well. As you can see in this case, all the inner surfaces they are kind of parallel to each other. There is no any angular faces. They all looks in the same. It has the same angle relative to the surface. So again, just another example of some kind of real game object. This is basically not the object you probably will want to fragment to splinters, but again, just to show you what kind of fragments you can create. So that was splinters fragmentation type. Again, low amount of fragments, high amount of fragments with average stretching, lower stretching. This one has higher stretching and different axis of fragmentation. Okay, that was splinter fragmentation type, and thank you for watching.